ASMR.
Anyway, welcome back to Keep It on the DL podcast. As always, I'm Daria. We're back. Feels like we haven't recorded in truly
And I'm Liv.
forever, because we kind of haven't.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night on our way to our friend Jonathan's birthday party. Shout out to Jonathan, our work friend. Happy birthday. But yeah, we were talking about that in the car, that it's almost kind of like, for me, it's like whenever you take like a long vacation and then you have to go back to work. And
I
you're
said
like,
it was
wow,
like
that was
when
nice
you
not
take a few days off from
having
the
to
gym,
do that
you're
every
like,
day. You know,
wow, I kind of don't want to go back, but I do. Like, I love it, but like, it was nice not having to do it.
Yeah. I'm like kind of done with this.
Maybe I'm just happy
I'm like
being
over
fat.
I'm skinny, I'm snatched. I don't have to worry about it anymore. In my mind. Yeah. Maybe I love being overweight. Maybe I love it. Yeah, but it is kind of nice to be back, because we do enjoy doing it.
Right.
It's just, it was,
which
it was nice not having that like extra 2-step burden
which, since we're
on the
trying to do
weekends.
video now,
One recording and then me
it like adds an
editing.
extra layer to editing. So we're gonna see if we can maybe do less editing to make everybody's lives easier. So we'll see how that goes.
We'll see, but I guess we can.
We got a
I guess we can
listener
talk
in
about
Ireland.
stats
I
real
don't think I
quick.
told you
I
that
feel like we've
popped
been
up the
doing
other
pretty good with
day.
stats. Shout out to the Irelands. Shout out to the Irish people. Shout out to green, white,
we got
and orange,
2
baby.
new followers on Spotify in the last couple days, so that's also exciting.
Yeah. Let's fucking go. It's really up from here. You know what I mean? I feel like
2024 is our year.
this is how we make it. Yeah. I really hope so. I'm excited to see the analytics of when we start in January versus when we end in December of next year. And yeah, stats have been going really well. I actually did have a lot of people come up to me, whether it be like at work or just like in general situations. And
personal.
So our last episode, as you guys
like
know, was a little
super
bit
funny.
I don't want to say depressing, but it was definitely like not something that we usually talk about. Yeah. Yes. And I had a lot of people come up to me, and whether they weren't struggling with it or whether they were, I had one person tell me like, now I have a better perspective of like what to expect, or like I had some person straight up tell me, they're like, now I know like not to comment on people's plates. I'm like, yeah, that's just like a general thing. I'm not saying that's common sense, but I'm saying like, yeah, well, I'm glad that I could help you, in those situations. And I had a couple people that came up to me and was like, no, I've been struggling with that my whole life. I'm like, no shit. It's just crazy how much,
till somebody says
you
like,
just don't
I go
know
through
about
this,
the
and
average
then
person until you actually
feel more comfortable to say, oh, I do
talk
too.
to them.
Yeah, we've had a few of those, which is
Yeah.
always nice. Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, no shot. Yeah. So yeah, stats have been really good. We've been getting a lot of engagement on TikTok more. I think we're almost close to 60 followers on TikTok, which I call that a dub for someone that only posts cap cuts and maybe like 3 podcast clips every 2 years, basically, is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And we've been getting a lot more people engaged.
We got our Spotify wrap for
I'm
the
excited to see
podcast.
kinda,
I was gonna send it to you. But it like was messing up and wouldn't let me send it.
Oh God, I'm scared.
But it says we're a top 10 podcast for 30 fans, and we're a top 5 podcast for 22 fans. And I believe it was 6 where they're top. We're the number 1 podcast for 6 of our fans. So that's exciting. 6 of you guys think we're number 1.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. No, we are number 1. So do we does it
Yes.
tell, like, how many minutes people have listened or no? Are we not that we you know, I'm not
So
a
top
we're not
fans
caller
listen
daddy or anything, I
to
just figured,
us
you know.
2.9 times more than our other listeners. And I can't remember. I think
Nice.
there was one that said how many minutes, but maybe not. To go through like this whole slideshow for the whole thing. So
Oh.
no, I took it
Oh
off
god.
because I was
Oh,
afraid to
sidebar, are
break
you
it
wearing
on
your
this
friendship bracelet?
table. No, because it like where I rest my wrist, it like
Fake.
kept hitting, and I was like, "Ooh, I don't want it to
Uh-huh.
break."
Mhm. Fake ass bitches.
Friendship
Daria
bracelets,
made us
yeah.
cute, keep it on the DL
Oh, I'm glad it's
little
holding up
bracelets,
though.
and I haven't taken it off.
I'm
It's gonna get that stank in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've
it's
been
holding up really
making
well.
friendship
Yeah.
bracelets for a work thing, so Liv mentioned it, and I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm actually gonna do it. I'm gonna keep it on the DL friendship bracelets." Yeah.
Yeah. I guess for all of our video watchers, I guess. Oh god. Wow. Wow. I'm not in my
Anyways, oh, we
influencer
did
era
take a
anymore.
picture with
Okay, there you
them.
go. That's about
We
it.
went to a cute,
Um,
like, 70s bar
yeah.
yesterday, as we mentioned, for
Oh, true.
friend of the pod, Jonathan's birthday. Liv was in
Mhm.
heaven.
It was so cute. Mhm. I loved it. It was so cute and everything. I think I made my Instagram caption "Bury me here" because really, I if I could get laid to rest one day, and I hope that's a long time from now, definitely I hope Tim's Chrome Bar is still open. Just put me
Yeah, at one
just
point
dig
she's like,
just dig up a hole in
"This
the middle
place
and
ever
put me
goes
right in 4.
under,
You know what I
I'll
mean?
buy everything in here." Honestly.
You give me a good price, I'll come in with a U-Haul. Don't you worry about it. Yeah. Well, I guess what let's okay, side note, also I don't care
Yeah,
if you guys listen. Side note, we should post that
yeah, we'll
to our
post that pic
Instagram
to the
so it shows
to
our
the
bracelets.
Insta.
Um I think that would be
Um,
cute.
it
And
was
then
good. I say good, but I feel
how was your
like
week?
honestly, like my depression was like a little worse this week than it's been lately. I don't know why, but we're getting there. We're getting through it. Maybe it's like the rainy weather. Um, I don't know.
Mm,
Maybe it was going to
yeah.
physical therapy, which was fine, but like, I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
I haven't I haven't
That
gotten
bill
the
was
bill
probably
yet,
depressing.
so when it
That's probably what
comes,
I
we'll
get most
see.
depressed about.
Yeah, that's the pre-bill
Ah,
depression.
right. Pre-depression.
I was yeah. Yeah.
uh
No, I
Anything that
was
ends in
telling you they, like,
"therapy"
got out
is,
like,
2
they, like,
times
at
the
one
price
point
of what
wheeled
you
over
normally
this,
pay
like,
for anything
ultrasound heat
else.
machine or something, and all I thought the whole time was like, "Oh, how much is this gonna be?" I like, am I good without
Mhm.
it? Like, can I decline?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Every time the doctor brings out a new
Insurance
instrument, I'm
come
like, "Well, there's
through.
$600 fucking dollars right there. Thank you. I love America. Please." Literally. Um I guess, like, side note, I guess every time I get hospital bills, hospitals, if you're listening to this, please log out.
Yeah.
But, like, I will literally wait. Like, I'll wait until the last second, honestly. I'll never forget one time I walked into the emergency room for something. I think it was something so minor.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And,
Taking your vitals.
the lady who,
Yeah.
like, comes in with, like, the rolling desk and, like, she's basically checking you out. Yeah, she's like, "Hey," well, she's like the insurance lady or something, and she's like, "Hey, there's like a bill that you didn't pay like 2 years ago." And I was like, "Well, how much was it?" And she's like, it was like $250. And I was like, okay. And she goes, what if we give it to you for like 60% off? I'm like, take it. Here's my money. You know what I mean? Like, you got to
Or
give
it's like,
me a
well, you
good deal
can't
first
refuse to
before I,
see me, so
like,
thanks for letting me
I'm
know.
that girl. You know what I mean? Who,
Right. I guess we'll just
yeah,
add this visit to
cool.
that.
Just put it on my tab. Yeah. But I was like, yeah. She's like, I'll literally give it to you for 40. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I was like, here, take my card. Swipe it. All
Yeah.
you want, baby.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
just off week.
well,
How was
I'm
your week?
sorry that you had a bad week. Not a bad week, just an off week. Um, kind of say, I mean, it hasn't been depressing, but it's definitely been a very mid week. I would say the only serotonin boost I get is maybe when we're working on some projects for work
Yeah.
and fun projects. And other than
Mm,
that, I got a new Gymshark set that came in the mail a couple of
nice.
days ago, and that gave me a little bit of serotonin. And then honestly, that's
Yeah.
it's been kind of a
Right.
midweek. I will also agree that
Yeah.
it's
I
not
also
it's not
think,
been
like,
one for the books.
Thanksgiving,
Let's just
it's
say
like the
that.
coming
So,
back to work after Thanksgiving thing,
yeah.
like, that kinda sucks, like, as we just talked about when you've been off for a while and then you're like,
Mhm.
"Ooh, I have to go back?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. The struggle bus. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no. I completely agree. So, but yeah, well, that's how our weeks have been. Obviously we haven't been living it up, not giving you guys any content,
Truly, because
so
also
you guys really
celebrities,
haven't
the
been missing
holidays, they're
anything.
taking
So,
a break, so, you know.
yeah, they're with their stupid families and not fighting each
Yeah,
other
so it
like
might
we
be a
want,
yeah,
like
it might be
bears.
a quick episode, we'll see. We'll go through our
Not
little
causing a
listy of
ruckus or
topics, and we'll see where we're at, you know?
yeah. Yeah, so we have a couple of fun things I'm excited
Okay,
to
yeah,
talk
I
about,
kinda figured you
and I
wouldn't.
have no clue what the first topic
What
is, so you're
day
gonna have
was
to
this? Was it Thursday
break
night
that down.
slash morning? I don't know, it was some day this week. I woke up at, like, 5 for some reason, or maybe even earlier than that. I can't remember why I was awake, but for some reason, I was like, "Well, let me just
Mhm.
check my phone real quick." And I get on Twitter, and I see that Deuxmoi is trending. And for those of you that don't know, Deuxmoi is like kind of like starter blind items. And if you don't know what blind items are, they're like riddles written about celebrities. They're mostly kind of fake, I think, but like sometimes they come true. Like sometimes it'll be like this A-list celebrity was spotted, I don't know, doing coke in a bathroom or something. And then you kind of have to like guess this. There's usually more context clues to like try to give you hints as
Cool.
to who they're talking about. But the fun is like trying to guess them, and then like if it's a prediction like, oh, this couple is
Mhm.
supposed to be breaking up in like 6 weeks or something, and then like if it actually comes true. And I feel like you either believe in blind items or you don't. I think I fall more on like don't, but like I think they're fun. I think they're, they're whatever. So Dumas is kind of a version of that, except she is notoriously bad. Like she just says whatever, and like usually it doesn't even make any sense. Um she also has a podcast that I don't listen to. I've been meaning to like
Oh,
listen to an episode, but I haven't gotten around to it. But so she does that kind of stuff,
yeah.
and so I get on Twitter. I'm like, why is Dumas trending? Turns out Tree Paine, who is Taylor Swift's publicist, called her out about a post she made about Taylor Swift
Okay.
allegedly getting married to her last boyfriend, Joe Alwyn. Uh, so she
Oh,
tweeted
okay.
in her stories, um, We need to stop trying to rewrite history. She was seen with Joe off and on for all of 23. She made specific references to the length of their. Wait, do I want to start here? Yeah. She made specific references to the length of their relationship in Glitch that strongly implies a continuous 6-year relationship, 2,190 days. Even you, Deuxmoi, know how is now trying to claim that you thought they were on a break in 2023 when you were maintaining that they were secretly married up until after they broke up. The relationship clearly had cracks and is evident in some songs. There's zero proof that they actually broke up and blah, blah, blah. So this is something that somebody sent into her, and she said she did have a ceremony in either 2020 or 2021 in the UK, and it was described to me as a marriage by more than one person. It was never made legal. I will die on this hill. Put it on my tombstone. I have no reason to lie. I could give a shit. And so Taylor Swift's publicist Tree Paine retweeted this, and she's like, enough is enough with these fabricated lies and Taylor about Taylor from Deuxmoi. There was never a marriage ceremony of any kind. This is an insane thing to post. It's time for you to be held accountable for the pain and trauma you cause with posts like these. So everybody's like, oh, like if Taylor Swift's publicist is actually like
Jesus.
saying something, because most times people just ignore these kinds of things. Um, so Dumas, oh, go for it.
Yeah. S no, so I guess, like, what you're trying to say is, like, usually when people talk shit on celebrities, usually, like, nothing's said, so I guess people are questioning the fact that, like, her publicist was like,
I
this
don't
is,
think
like,
I don't think people
absolutely
are
not true." Like, do you think like,
I don't think
do
people are
people
questioning whether it's
assuming
true.
that
I
she's,
think
like, covering for her too
everybody's kind of in
much?
agreement that like the marriage or whatever ceremony she had isn't true. It's just very interesting that her
Mhm.
publicist chose to like speak up on it for some reason. I don't know why. Um
Well, I will say, wasn't one
oh,
of her
Maddie
last
Healy.
boyfriends
So
kinda
the guy that
problematic?
she's
Like,
talking about with the
wasn't that
ceremony
him? I
is
can't
that guy that she was with for like 6
Oh,
years.
okay.
They're pretty private. He's an actor. But he wanted to keep like
Oh,
a
okay.
pretty low profile, and so they pretty much did that. Like I said, I kind of forgot that they were even
Mm,
together until they broke up, and I was like, "Oh
okay.
yeah, she was dating that guy," because we just didn't really hear about them that much. Um, so Dumas
Right, right.
replied to Tree
Yeah,
Paine, and she's like, "Well, I make $0 from lying. Can publicists say the same?" Shrug emoji. Also, to relate to something that is in reference to something that happened years ago, to quote pain and
oop.
trauma
What
after what
the
just happened seems like a poor choice of words. Either way, I apologize to Taylor. So I guess she kind of took it back.
So, is
Yeah. Yeah.
okay. So is Deuxmoi? Is that what is she, like is she just, like, a
Sorta,
professional
yeah,
internet
so
shit
she's
starter? Like, what
anonymous,
is her
so
prof
I
is that what she
there's a lot of
does?
people
I'm
that claim they
confused.
know who it is, but it's kinda like Gossip Girl, you could say. I feel like that's
Okay.
a good way to describe it, actually.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, she kinda just she gets right in or she gets, like, info from, like, fans and stuff who'll, like, DM her anonymously and be like, "Ooh, I saw this celebrity here." But it seems like she doesn't really vet any of, like, her celeb sightings or info or anything. She kinda just posts whatever. And so people are usually annoyed about that when
Uh-huh.
it's like, because 'cause it'll make, like, 0 sense. Like, I
Really?
think she at some point had tweeted, like, "Taylor will be at this Chiefs game," and it's like, well, Taylor's not even in the country, so I don't know how that works, but okay.
I don't I don't know if it was the same person, but I think something like
Oh,
this
yeah, yeah.
happened to a comedian. I don't know if you know who Whitney Cummings is. She's actually, like, really problematic because she's, like right now, she's one of those comedy or comedians that
Yeah.
is like, "I can't joke about
Yeah.
trans people 'cause comedy's dead," and it's like, "No, you just don't, like,
Right.
I feel like there's,
Like, if you
like, a
can't
good
make jokes,
medium,
then
you know what I
you're not
mean?
good. Yeah.
And, so she's, like, kinda under fire right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, not only can you make shit jokes, but you're just not a good person either. Like I said, I don't really know her that much, but, kinda the same thing happened to her where I think it was, like, a anonymous Twitter profile or person or whatever, and it was like, "Winnie Cummings is at the something airport right now, like, eating a cheese pizza, like, completely ripping off the cheese first and then eating the crust," and I think she was on a podcast and she was like, I don't know who the fuck spotted that or who the fuck tweeted that, but that was me, and I don't know why you did that or something like that. Yeah. She was like, "No, no shot, that is fucking me. First of all, don't be talking about how I eat my fucking pizza," or something like that.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, for sure.
so, yeah, I mean, she just
I
seems
think
like
it's
an
for sure a
internet shit
girl because 'cause I've
starter,
heard
really,
clips of the
or he
podcast,
or they
and
or
it's
whatever.
definitely a
Yeah,
woman. I mean, I guess we don't know these days because I feel like AI can do anything, so, who knows? But, um right.
right.
True.
Well, it's like some guy named Stanley who, like,
Right,
lives in
it
his
is like
basement and
real
he's
life
35,
Gossip
but he just
Girl
AIs
where it
this,
was,
like,
like, Dan the
twenty-year-old
whole
girl.
time.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
You never know.
I've been thinking I need to do a
Yeah,
rewatch
he
of it
spoiled me.
lately.
I don't watch it. But, uh, well, good. I remember, what's that one
Oh,
show my
Pretty
mom
Little
used to watch?
Liars.
Whatever it's like, "It's a secret, can you keep it?"
Like, the
Okay,
fact that
yeah.
they're both
Isn't
for,
that kinda
like,
like the
teen
same
girls, I think, is
vibe?
the vibe.
Maybe not. I don't know. Okay, maybe that's where I I'm seeing the same line here.
Oh,
But damn, okay, well, uh yeah, I mean,
yeah.
she apologized, and no, they didn't have a wedding
Right.
reception, they eloped,
And
so
I just
get
did,
it
like, because 'cause
straight.
I've known the
I'm
name
just
Tree
kidding.
Paine for a
But
while, and I knew that she was Taylor's publicist, but I didn't really know that much about her, so I, like, looked up a little
mhm,
article about her. Um, they've been working together since, like, Taylor Swift released 1989, so they've been together for a while. Um, and Taylor Swift was her
mhm,
first, like, client at her own PR firm because she was at, Warner Music, and she was, like, the president of publicity there before she started her own PR firm. So, she seems like she does good work. Yeah, yeah, for
damn, she got
sure.
shmoney.
I was gonna s I was gonna
I mean,
say
yeah, she probably does
like,
good work,
Taylor
but
Swift
she's
is her
probably fucking
client, so,
loaded. Um,
she's the devil works hard, but
yeah,
Tree
so,
Paine
I mean,
works harder. Yeah.
not much you can top right now in the year of 2023, so well, damn. Do moi, I guess do better or don't or keep talking shit. I don't know. Do you, Curly, at this point. I don't care.
Right. I mean, I'm sure it got you clicks,
Be
so that's
problematic,
fun
don't
for
be
you, I'm
problematic. It's
sure.
2024, close to it. You can do whatever you want.
Honestly, if we could, like, start beef with Tree Paine for
Yeah.
clicks,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
maybe we'd do it.
Well, damn. That we do
Yeah,
need some
maybe we go for a
publicity.
lower level.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can start beef with,
Maybe we start beef with
trying to
Whitney
think of someone that's, like,
I
irrelevant.
feel like Ben Affleck's not doing
Like a
well.
Ben Affleck or something,
I
or
don't think he's doing great. The Phoenix.
Neither is that back tattoo, God bless.
It's so
Um,
bad. It's so bad.
it's so bad. It's so bad. He said he went to the barber. He went to the tattoo shop and he said, "Line my
Mm,
shit up." And the tattoo artist said, "No problem." Um,
mm,
yeah, tough.
yeah.
But yeah,
Do
well,
you? Do
I
you?
guess
Do
do more, do
right.
better, or don't. It's your world. Nobody knows what you look like anyway. Yeah. Um, on another topic, I guess this is like
It's
an
right before
honorable mention. It's nothing
Thanksgiving.
crazy. I guess what, like a couple weeks ago, 2, 3 weeks ago, Snoop Dogg came out. Yeah, he claimed that he was no longer smoking. And
It did. I
for
heard
some
about it on,
reason,
like,
it
another
flipped the
podcast because I
fucking
guess I didn't
universe
see
upside
it,
down.
but I was like, "Oh," because she was like, "Do I need to
Mhm.
stop smoking? Like, if he's stopping, like, do I need
Yeah.
to stop?"
Right. Well, I mean, I think the difference between her and Snoop Dogg is that he's like 108 and she's probably 24. And I don't know. I mean, is weed good for old people? I don't fucking know. Um, I mean, we'll get
Right.
to the point of this
Negative
eventually, but
health
that's also a
effects.
good question. I mean, does it, you know, he's like, he's on
Wait,
an
you could just
oxygen
do
tank, but he's
edibles
like
at
turning it
that
into a
point, though.
bong.
But I guess
God
it's not, like,
bless.
the
That'd be kind of
same
funny.
it's not the same thrill. Like, he's known for, like, a blunt, so or a
Oh,
joint.
true.
Yeah.
True. True. Yeah. So, obviously we all know Snoop Dogg is iconic for smoking weed. And like I said, the world turned for the worst when he came out. And everybody was talking about it for a hot sec. It obviously slowly fizzled out because you can only care that much about something like that. And then it basically came out again that he was like,
He
"Oh,
was going smokeless, as
I'm
in
JK. That's not what I meant."
smokeless
So,
cookers. It was all a like an advertisement for Solo Stove. They have smokeless fire pits or
mhm.
something, smokeless stove. I don't know. They're I guess cookers. Looks like a countertop fire pit kind of thing. There's a pizza oven, but they're smokeless.
Oh my god. Oh my god. He's like, "I'm not using smoke anymore, I'm using
So
wood
it
fire."
was funny. It was
Gotcha.
he's like that was a good one
That's
because I
funny.
feel like it did get the people talking.
For sure. If he wanted to be relevant for another 20 days, that definitely put him in the category. So, but yeah, so he was basically just all goofing on us. I didn't really care. I mean, it didn't affect me
Sure.
much, but I just thought it was funny. Everybody was just a little bit shooketh, the fact that Snoop Dogg said he was gonna quit smoke. But yeah, nothing
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
that's it. God
Ah,
bless. I
right.
mean,
It was just a
honorable
funny
mention.
blip that
Yeah, that's what an
happened.
honorable mention is, right? You don't really have much context to it. Right. Um, I guess next up, I thought this was kind of funny. So
I did.
first of all, I guess
I
I
did
never asked because we
watch
never talked about it. Did
Ned's
you ever watch
Declassified
Ned's
School
Declassified?
Survival Guide.
Okay. Okay.
It was good. I can't really remember too many
Yeah, it was a
plots,
great
but, like,
show,
it was a
in
show
my
that I watched
opinion. I mean,
regularly.
I was the ripe age of 10, but me either. I
Yeah, she was
remember
tall.
the girl being like the older, cooler, tall
Nerd.
girl, and then Ned
Yeah.
obviously being like the short, rinky dink guy. And eventually, what? I think when the show
Yeah,
finally
something
ended,
like
they like
that.
kissed or like
I
became
think
boyfriend
so.
and girlfriend or something or whatever the fuck, right? So the cast, the 3 members, I don't know their names.
I
You think if I
I
had a
think
fucking
the same thing
podcast, I'd
about
do
my
more
stuff all the
research into
time. I'm like,
this.
I should have maybe
But
looked into this a little more if I planned on talking about it, but, who cares? We're
hey,
doing our
listen, we
best.
we we got a full-time job. We're fucking, you know what I mean? We're standing on business. We got other shit to worry about here. The fuck? Let me see. Let me pull something up here. See if I can. Okay. Wow, that didn't help. I need faces to names. Don't do that to me.
Ned,
Um,
Simon, Jennifer. I don't
what
recognize
the
any of the other
dead
people.
air?
Simon's the black guy.
Who's Simon?
His
Was
real name
Simon
is
like the nerdy
Daniel.
kid? Okay, so yeah, so
Lindsay.
so Daniel, girl name,
Devon. Devon? Devon.
Daniel, Lindsay, and
It's spelled Devon,
Devon.
but
Devon?
mm,
Devon. Oh. So Devon, Lindsay, and Simon, I guess they all
they all.
started
Yeah.
a podcast, like, strictly I assume it's
I
about,
feel like
like, their life and whatever.
every 90s,
Go ahead.
2000s like show, the characters have a podcast now. It's kind of just what you do.
Mhm. Oh. That's, like, that's the first time I've ever heard of that, because
Oh no,
that's
there's
this
tons
is
of
the only
them.
podcast I
Boy
know that
Meets
is
Pod.
relevant to a TV
It's like
show.
it's definitely like a thing.
Oh, okay. Oh, geez.
It's nostalgia.
Okay. It's probably, like, a millennial thing. And so so Simon, Devin, and Lindsay all have this podcast, and they talk about, like, behind the scenes things, or they just talk about life or whatever, and, apparently, there was some things going on behind school doors, I guess I could say. I so like Lindsay had admitted on set that like her and Devin were like having sexual relations like
The
in the
janitor's
green room
closet.
basically. Um giving BJ's and like yeah, in the yeah, like Ned got head, you know what I'm saying? And, and, um, that shit is crazy to me because it's like, I feel like, and I don't know if you agree, I feel like in the back of my head, like, obviously I see those things
Yeah,
coming until they speak
right.
out about it and they're like, "Yeah, we were, like, giving head everywhere
Right,
on the
it's like
back
when you
set
take
of
a step
Ned's,"
back
and
to
you're like,
think about it, it's like,
"Oh my
yeah, a bunch
god."
of, like, preteen
You know?
teenagers, like, who probably worked together, like, for super long hours all the time. Of course
Right.
they were hooking up, like, of course. But, like, it's still, like, clutching my pearls hearing about it. It's like, "Oh my
Yeah.
gosh." Right.
Right. 10-year-old me would have been mortified knowing what was happening on the back of the set. Um, so I just thought that shit was crazy, dog. Because I'm pretty sure Lindsay admitted to, like, her and Simon having relations, and then, it was basically like a Ned's Declassified
Ned's
orgy kinda, but
Declassified
not
hookup
really. I don't wanna,
guide.
like,
Yeah.
be mean about it, but it's crazy. It's my okay, Lindsay's BJ guide. Anyway, I just thought that was funny that, they were all just shacking up behind
Right.
set of, the Ned which makes you think, right? And I guess we can hit another section of this, this story.
Right.
So, like, I wonder who else was
Probably,
shacking up on these
like,
damn
all of them,
Nickelodeon, Disney
honestly, like,
Channel shows, you know what
it
I mean?
probably happened all the time on, like, all the shows.
I bet. It makes me wonder, like, I don't even know I have a close relation with Zach
You
and Cody,
feel
and, like,
strongly
I don't
about
even wanna know what the fuck they were
Zach and
doing,
Cody,
right?
deep connection.
Yeah, like yeah, like, I don't know, I don't wanna know what they're doing, and, what's another show that I liked as a kid? Uh, 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 I mean, I don't know any other show. Why is nothing
Right.
coming to me? I
Well,
mean, That's So Raven,
what's
you
his
never know what
face
they
from
were doing
That's So
behind
Raven?
scenes.
He's, like,
I'm trying to
been to
think of
jail a few
other
times
shows.
now, so, you know. Orlando Brown. Yeah, I don't think he's
Isn't he,
okay.
like, low-key not okay? Yeah. Yeah, he, like, keeps claiming, like, certain people, like, had a sex change, and, uh, he keeps claiming that, like, I think, like, him and Nick Cannon, I think, like, he claimed that, like, Nick Cannon gave him head one time. I
He's
was like,
just out here
he's, like,
saying
saying the
things.
craziest shit. Um, and he also misses Raven. Yeah, yeah. He He also misses Raven. I watched an interview of him, like, crying because I guess, like, him and Raven don't have a relationship anymore, which makes sense because he's been saying
Right.
some silly, goofy stuff, and I don't blame her for not wanting to be a part of that. But apparently, like, he, like, put down his shirt, and he either has maybe a
No.
name of Raven or her, like,
No.
portrait or something. He was like, "She's right here. She's right here."
Just like,
And,
"Ooh, I will pay to get that
yeah.
lasered off."
I wonder what
That's
she
what I'll
thought
do.
about that when that came out. And yeah. Ooh, Hannah Montana. You
You
think
never
Bucky
know.
Kentucky was going at it with Miley Cyrus? You never know. You don't you
I
don't
don't think I
you
remember
don't
Becky.
remember Bucky Kentucky, do you? Because you didn't laugh.
Oh, no,
That
but
was
he
Hannah
was, like,
Montana's
an
brother,
adult.
and
He
remember
was,
he had
like,
like
in
a
his
he wanted to
30s
start
playing
his
that
own pop.
character, so
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Never mind, never mind, never mind, never mind,
so
never mind.
weird.
Red flag. Sorry about that.
Right.
I did
Yeah,
forget he was in
no,
his 30s,
yeah,
which is so weird.
mm-mm.
Why would they cast someone in their
I mean,
30s
I
to
can't
play that
blame him for
part?
taking
But,
it, like, to check,
you
so
know. Right, yeah, yeah. Rico and Lily might have had a spark. I don't know. You don't ever. I don't know what went on behind those sets. I also know. I mean, I guess we can talk about another
Oh,
sidebar, like,
yeah.
that one
Dana,
Nickelodeon producer that's a
can't remember
fucking
his
creep.
name.
You know what I mean? So, Dan something. I think it was Dan.
Yeah,
But he was like
he's
on the
for
set of
sure
iCarly a
creep.
lot, and he was a fucking creep, and uh, but I mean,
Yeah,
if you
right.
wanna get on a
Yeah.
sad note, I
Yeah, if
mean,
you
like,
really, really think
the
about it, then
child,
you start thinking
like,
about that stuff, and it's like, well,
it's, like,
how many kids,
crazy.
like, were in situations that they didn't wanna be in, and yeah, it can get real dark if you really, really think about it.
Uh-huh. Exactly. Yeah, so
Right, I'm
we just gotta
comfortable
laugh about
laughing about the
the
BJs.
BJs and move on, you
Also,
know what I
another
mean? We
side
just gotta be
note,
like, "Ha ha
because you
ha."
mentioned Zach and Cody, and like I said, it's a
Yeah.
light week, so we can go off on a few tangents. Um,
Mhm.
Macaulay Culkin just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, I think yesterday, and him and Brenda Song are still together. He gave, like, a really cute speech, like,
Oh,
they
yeah,
super
that's
love
right.
each other, and I think that's really great. I think that's really sweet.
You think that's really sweet.
Yeah, I don't
I
think
know
they're
I
married yet, I
never
think they're still
expected
just
London
engaged, but they did
Tipton
just
to
have that
marry
baby.
the oh,
Yeah.
but yeah. No, I did see the photos, it was
Oh,
really
yeah.
cute, and,
Home Alone?
I guess, like, the mom from, that movie, why can't I think of that
Yeah.
fucking movie? What is it? Home Alone, I guess the mom from Home Alone, or the
Yeah. It
actor
was
was
all
there,
very
like,
sweet.
for his star, and it was really
Yeah.
cute. It was yeah, let's get back on, like, a fun note. Yeah, yeah, let's get back on a non-depressing note. Um, but yeah, I just thought that was kinda funny, the fact that they're just like, like 10,
Right.
15 years later, they're all just laughing about it, so that's fun.
I'm glad they could
I'm glad
drop
they
that
can laugh
bomb on
about it and,
us,
like,
that's funny.
just be like, "That was crazy," you know? Right. Right. So, but
Yeah.
yeah, I
In
guess,
case you're wondering what was going on the set
there it
there.
is. Ned's Declassified, and
BJ's.
yeah, yeah. Um, I guess we can move in. I guess
I
this
feel
is
like
probably our biggest topic. Or do you want to talk
that's a
about
good
this last, or do you want
point.
to do the honorable
I
mentions
guess
last?
we could do the next one last and do these honorable mentions. Yeah, I think that'll be good.
Okay. Um, as we all know, Trisha Paytas, the iconic floor crying, chicken tender loving girl, internet sensation. She is pregnant with her second baby. Um, and you know what? I like Trisha, and one of my favorite podcasts of all time is the H3 podcast, and obviously her and Ethan Klein and all of his family had a falling out because of the all the shit that went on with between her and Moses. And as much as I hate that situation, I think I think throughout the last 2 years or so, I think she's done a lot of growing and you can see it. And so I'm just really happy. So I'm not going to shit on her for being pregnant again. I'm really happy and she seems to be a really good mom and I'm excited to
Can't be
see
Mel.
what the baby's name is going to be because she apparently no
So
matter what
Malibu
gender,
Barbie and
she wants to name her
Elvis.
baby Elvis. She's always wanted to name her baby
Interesting.
Elvis. Yes. Which honestly, out of all the
Which one?
celebrity
Elvis?
names,
Oh,
I
I was gonna
kind
say
of live
Elvis
for
isn't
it.
that bad. I
Like
thought you were talking
I
about
kind of live for
Malibu
Elvis.
Barbie.
It's kind of
It's
cute.
like I don't know.
I think it's kind of
I will
iconic.
say
But
that makes me think of
yeah,
something
so
that I was gonna put on the list that I
congrats Trisha.
didn't. Colleen Ballinger is back to posting things on YouTube, so she took her little break and now she's back.
Oh fuck me, I saw that. Yeah, her like first vlog was so like weird and awkward and it was like basically her just trying to be like, "Hey guys, I know I fucked up and but I'm just going to show you everything that I've been into lately." And it's like, "Girl." And like she didn't even address like what she did to the victim. She didn't do any of that. She was just like, "I effed up. Anyway, let's do Vlogmas," basically. And it's like, no, I don't know if you should just start dipping right back
Well,
into that. I don't know if money's low
shout
or
out
what's going
Lisbeth
on,
Lee of Liz
but
Explains
we need to figure
podcast.
that
She was
out.
saying she's pretty sure AdSense goes up around the holidays, so that's probably why she picked now to start posting.
Uh I did also see that. I did also see that. And yeah, I don't fall
Yeah.
for it. I know that she still has a large fan base of fans, like no matter what she did, I think that she's still gonna end up getting some sort of views. I just don't know if it'll
Yeah.
be as much as she used to have. Um, but yeah, I don't fall for the shit. I think her like weirdly like sitting in the bedroom quietly apologizing and then going in to make breakfast right after was kind of not a money move. I don't know if it's because she couldn't monetize the
Yeah,
30-second
she's
second
pretty much
apology.
posted
I don't
every
know what the
day
fuck it
for like the
was, but
last couple weeks. She
uh
cut her
yeah.
hair. Um yeah, I don't
Yeah. Oh, she's into rocks now. She's like a rock girl. She's really been finding herself since she couldn't leave the house the last 6 months, I would assume. So she's been I guess like walking through the
Yeah, and
crick
if
and
you wanna
finding
know, if
fun
you need, like,
rocks
a
and
detailed
whatever the
explanation
fuck. I
about
don't
what she
care.
did,
She's
you
she's
can
irrelevant to
visit
me.
back to one of our first episodes, Cruising on the Toxic Gossip Train, and hear all about that.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, you'll get all the deets. um yeah. Oh, and then I guess did you
I
see the
don't follow
last
her, but
thing
I
that I
did
had
see it
put on the
because,
or do you not follow
Pop
her?
Tings, Pop Crave, all of the all of the girls posted it.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, so legendary Bad Baby, aka Catch Me Outside, if you
I
don't
feel
know
like
who
people
Bad
might not
Baby
know her
is. But like
name.
who doesn't know Bad Baby, you know? Danielle, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
I was gonna
no,
say,
or just,
I
like, who
think I
she
would know
is.
her as both, but,
I
like,
I know her as
I can
both,
see if you
so,
don't know her
um,
her actual name. But
yeah. But yeah, she posted on Instagram the other day of her in, like, a white shirt, and her little belly was poking out, so she is also pregnant, which is fun. I think her and her boyfriend have been together for a long time, and, I don't know, God bless. I mean, she posts about him a lot, so they must be pretty happy,
yeah,
so,
hopefully
uh,
yeah, hopefully she's a good
go off,
mom.
queen. Congrats.
Hopefully
I just
it's
figured that'd be
exciting times, so shout out to her.
yeah, I think shout out. Yeah, I think, like, knowing her as, like, a problematic teen or whatever, I definitely am gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, just kinda like Trisha Paytas, even though Trisha didn't grow up basically until she was 32. But, she is Danielle's, like, what, 21,
Yeah.
maybe 22 now, so I'll give her the benefit of the doubt, you know what I mean? I'm sure she grew and whatever, and, so
Right, we're gonna let her
let's
cook. Let the
I'm
baby
Imma
cook,
give her a little bit.
and we'll
Imma give her
see.
a little bit and let her cook. Let the yeah, yeah. I'll let her cook for 9 months, and then after that, we'll see how it goes. Uh, so yeah, congrats, Danielle. Um, and then I just want some of your
No,
input
yeah,
on
they're,
the
like, all
last
yours
topic.
because
Some of these topics are mine.
I didn't
Sorry, I'm not
see
trying to
much
talk a lot
happening.
today, guys.
I
I
did,
just
but I
a
didn't
lot of
think
these
it'd be fun
topics
to
are
talk
mine.
about, so yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I also did see a lot of topics this week, and I was like, boring, you know? So, so Matt Rife, the comedian, aka
Who I just
Nick
learned
from
about, like,
fucking
4 months
Big
ago.
Mouth Head Ass, uh, is I'm so surprised. I am so surprised. Not because of like I don't think he's your type. It's just the fact that like every woman from the age
Well,
of like
yeah.
21 to
Yeah, well,
probably
because by the time
42
I heard of
knows who
him,
Matt Rife
it was when
is.
he was coming to, like, Kansas
So,
City, and literally, like, every girl on my timeline was like,
mhm.
"Oh my god, I want tickets so bad." I was like, "What? Who
Ugh.
is he?"
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The Rife pandemic. I do remember that. I do
Yeah.
remember that. It was all over my Facebook. Um, and I guess like before I start becoming a hater, before we start talking about the topic, I genuinely have never liked Matt Rife. And it's not that I don't want to say that. I don't want to say like I've never liked him, like, oh, I don't like him.
No.
I have
Oh, no.
never just been charmed by his looks or his
Yeah.
mid comedic entertainment.
Yeah.
I just,
I
it's
don't
just
find him
not
attractive,
my cup of tea, really.
and, yeah, when I saw one of his
Um,
videos
I listen
eventually, I was
to
like, I mean, it's kinda funny, but, like,
I don't either.
you know, I wouldn't pay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just shtick. Yeah. I wouldn't fight for
Right.
them tooth and nail like all those girls on my Instagram were, but God bless. Um, so yeah, he's 28, he's a comedian. He was better known for being on the show. Why can I think about it?
The
Was it Rolling
concert
Loud?
thing?
No, maybe. Yeah, I think it was.
Oh,
Um,
Wild 'N
I
Out.
think it's basically just like a
Wild 'N
battle
Out.
between
He was
comedians.
on that.
It's a TV show. Wild and Out. There it is. And he has basically been under fire recently. His new Netflix special came out. It was in the top 10 on the Netflix page, but I'm also convinced, I don't know if I'm brain
Oh,
dead,
for
but I'm
sure.
also
Yeah,
convinced you can pay a
no.
lot of money to get your special on the top 10, but that's just
No,
me. So
yeah,
I don't really know if
Netflix
that was
famously,
actually the
like, their
case, but
numbers are a full mystery, like, you don't know where they're coming from or if they're accurate, so
mhm.
Right.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of bots, I don't know. So, yeah, so, like, I don't really know if it was actually the top 10, uh, but I didn't even watch the special. I watched maybe 20 minutes of it, and I just like I said, it's just not it's kinda like the comedy for me, it's not the same comedy, but the comedy for me is like his comedy when it's
Yeah.
like a nose blow, and I had to explain that to Daria the other day. That's like watching
Right.
Parks and Rec. It's like funny, but it's not belly laugh on the floor, rolling, crying, shitting, screaming, throwing
Yeah.
up. It's just a little like and that's it. Hmm.
Right.
Um, so I guess we can talk about where he fucked up was the first the first
Ooh, it's
minute
like the
and
first
30
joke?
seconds of his special, he opened up with a domestic violence joke. Uh,
Funny.
yes, that's how he opened it up. Mhm. And I
At the
and I
end?
think that's why it was under fire so much because it's like, you couldn't
Right.
have put that, like, not condoning it, but I'm like, you couldn't have put that in the
Like,
middle or, like, you know what I mean? Or you
let's
just you
let's
straight up was
pack
like,
this
"Hit
with a
women
punch first thing,
2023" right
pun
there.
intended.
Yeah. You basically started off the show with,
Just to
"I
get
just
that
wanna
out
let
of
you
the
know
way,
I hit
just so you
women."
know where
You know
I
what I mean?
stand.
It's just like, "Whoa." Yeah. So
I
and I guess
didn't
I'll, like,
watch the
piece it
joke, I
by pieces.
saw
So
the
he basically starts out
response
the
to the
joke. Did you
joke.
watch it at all? Did you
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, joke starts out with him being in like Boston, Massachusetts. He's making a joke about Boston or Massachusetts. I don't know. Basically, long story short, he talks about walking into a restaurant with him and his friend. The hostess has a black eye. Um, yeah. And like everyone thinks the laugh track is like fake. I don't think there's anyone in the audience that's like actually belly laughing right now. So he's like, "Yeah, the hostess had a black eye." Um, and he was kind of riffing off that. And his friend goes, "No, I feel bad for her. They should maybe at least like put her in the kitchen so that, like, like she has a whole black eye." And he was like, "Well, if she didn't have that black eye, or she, why am I fucking this up right now? If she,
I
if
think
she
I
was good
did
in the
kind
kitchen,
I
she
now
wouldn't
that you
have the
say it, I'm
black
like,
eye." And
"Oh,
everybody
wait,
was
I
like,
think I did read it."
"Ooh."
Oh.
Mhm. Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
way to open a comedy
so
special.
yikes. Yeah. Yeah, so, it's definitely been split down the middle whether that's comedy or not. Um, Here's the thing, and for someone who listens to a lot of comedians, obviously sometimes people are going to say out of pocket stuff, but I feel like as a comedian, it's your job to kind of be the middleman in the situation where it's like, yeah, we can
Yeah.
make certain things funny, but like pull back a little bit. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
feel like also
So,
with comedy, there's
you know
like,
what I mean?
stuff that's
Like,
like funny that you might say to your friends, but like, if you're again, my stance is always that like if you're in the business of making people like you should probably just play it safe all the time. So you don't make people
yeah,
mad.
yes, just a funny Yeah, like a
Yeah.
funny joke about like what happened during the day or like something funny that, but not that bitch that if that bitch could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. Okay. So obviously people are torn. There's a couple people saying like because a
Think he's
lot of
hot
a
for
lot
some
of
reason.
Rife's fans are women. And so a lot of people were maybe like conspiracying that I have no fucking clue why. And, a lot of people were saying, was he trying to kinda get the vibes of like, "Hey,
I'm
I
one of the
also,
guys.
I'm with the
Yeah.
guys too," but maybe not
Am I
that
right,
way.
fellas?
"Ah, we love hitting women. Ah, yeah. Am I right? Pandas. No." So that was not cool. I, in fact, did not like the joke. I'm not, like, completely like I said, I'm
Yeah.
not screaming, crying, shitting, throwing up over it, but it was also, like, a joke where it's like, "Okay,
Right.
domestic violence is actually, like,
Yeah.
a really big problem, like, in this country, so, like, let's not do that." Um, Also, it makes you think about how he thinks about the
Yeah.
women that he's
You're just
related
like,
to or his friends that are women. It kinda just,
yeah.
you know,
Just like a little
kinda
side
makes you
eye.
think.
Mm,
Yeah. So, yeah, and I think it was either John Green or Hank Green, I can't remember which Green brother, tweeted it, but he made a really good post basically saying, comedians in 2023, I will agree, he said something along the lines of like, comedians
yeah.
nowadays are just like, well, we just
Right.
can't make funny jokes anymore. And it's like, no, you're just not funny. Like, you know what I mean? Or I'm going to get canceled
Right.
over
It's
saying
like
this. Well,
you want me to feel bad for you, but I
sometimes you
don't.
don't get the pass,
So
you know?
I don't know.
Yeah. So, um, I guess enough of that. So, I guess moving on. Um, so he
People were
wasn't
a little
getting the
upset.
best reviews about, yeah. And
Sure.
so you want to
Oh no,
kick
I
it
can
off to
keep
the
talking. Okay.
apology?
So,
Or you don't know about it?
obviously he got some
Okay, go ahead.
complaints.
You
People were
got it.
kind of a little upsetty spaghetti about it. So I believe he tweeted, he's like, if you're offended by my joke, click here. And it was a link to like special needs helmets or like headgear for people with special needs. So he was already bad and he went worse. So
Oh.
when we go low, he went lower.
Yeah, he dug lower. And I was like, "Girl,
Right.
honestly,
Exactly.
bitch, no response is a response, and
Exactly.
I feel like you shoulda just went that path, you know? So, you know, and then now in the comments, you got all of, like, the alpha male fucking bros that are like,
Yeah.
"Well, that was hilarious," and it's like, I hope it's not, and it's not cute, and,
You got it.
I
Yeah.
guess that's what you wanted, right? You
Yeah.
wanted this type of community? Well, good luck, I guess. Yeah. You just got the
Right.
gun-toting Second Amendment, beer fucking shooting,
Yeah, and I'm
you know what
sure
I
after
mean?
this, I've been reading and
Women
seeing
punching
stuff. A lot of people
fucking
think he's gonna lean into like going way more like way right wing comedy, which, makes sense. I think that would be, I guess,
yeah.
the best move for
Mhm.
him, considering, or it
Yep.
seems like that's what he's trying
True.
to do. I don't Right.
I guess. I mean, if that's what makes the money and if you don't want people or if you don't want women having fucking Alabama
Right.
crawls, like, over your tickets, then yeah, go for it, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
just, I didn't think it was funny, and
to
honestly,
your
he's not a
point
funny
though
comedian to
of
me,
the
and
Netflix like
I guess we'll
stuff,
see where
it
this
was like
path
a week
takes him.
after all this happened, or like when it was like at the height of like it, and it was still like the number two thing on Netflix, and I was just like, I don't know if that's true. Or it might be. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it could've
Yeah,
I
they're
was
like,
about to say,
"What's
it coulda
so
gone
bad?"
both ways
Yeah.
considering he was getting so much backlash that I guess people were clicking on it trying to figure out what the fuck he said. Right. Which, I mean, I'm sure the time
Right.
duration went down
Right,
by
he put it
hundreds
right at the
because I'm sure
front,
they
so
only
you didn't
watched
even
it for
have to
2.5 minutes and
yeah, you
turned it
didn't even have
off,
to
but yeah, top
get too
grossing
far in.
fucking special. Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have to do no digging, so, um, but yeah, yeah, I think the Green brothers were right, a lot of comedians nowadays, who's the comedian that literally his, like, was it Chris Rock where, like, his special was called, like, Canceled
Yeah.
or something? It's like, stop feeding into that bullshit. It's just, you know just as a comedian, you just, you can make those types of
Right.
jokes, or you can make some sort of like risque joke. But
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah, I feel like
there's gotta
definitely
be a happy medium,
a
you know?
line
Just
of like times are changing, you need to keep up with the times. Like we're realizing like what like things are kind of insensitive to people. So you need to like keep up with that and just like not complain. You just need to adapt as the whole society is
yeah.
doing. Cause I feel like everybody used to like use the R word and
Yeah,
stuff.
they
And we all as a society have realized like,
yeah.
ooh, we shouldn't do that. Let's stop.
Yeah, a lot of people are like, "Well, comedy's dead." Well,
Right.
20 years ago, they were still doing blackface on live TV, which is, like, not
Right.
funny. It's just some things
Same
we just grow out
concept.
of,
Yeah.
right? And so that's just what we you know?
We
Yeah.
can all
Ever
look back
watch
on that and
Tropical
go,
Thunder by chance?
"Ooh,
Not the
that
be
was bad."
not good. Ugh. Yeah. So, no, you're not fucking canceled. It's just like we just adapted as a community, and you need to understand that, like, as these years go by, like, yeah, shit's gonna fucking
Right.
change, and unfortunately, as a
Yeah,
comedian,
it's
you're
like
just
the
gonna have to grow
same
into that, or you're
applies
just not
if you
gonna
had a
make it. I
regular
don't know what the
job.
fuck to
Like,
tell you.
again, like, going back to, like, the
So
R word, you can't put that in an email, like, if you do that, you would get fired. The same goes for your jokes, you know?
right. So,
Overcome.
yeah. Adjust, adapt, fuckers. Um, overcome, adjust, adapt, overcome. So, yeah, I hope. Oh, and then
Mhm.
I don't know if you know who Jordan Peterson is. He's basically like the red meat eating
Yeah, Google
fucking
him.
whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. But yeah, he just had an
Mm,
interview with Jordan Peterson, and like seeing those two in the same fucking
yeah.
room almost made me like
Yeah.
regurgitate a little bit. Um and yeah, so Rife's responses the whole time were like basically like, "It's comedy." And it's like, "Shut the fuck up." First of all, you're on Jordan Peterson's podcast. So now you've went down 20 points already. First the
Right, you
special needs
you really
helmets, and
lost.
now you're
Like,
on
you
Jordan
were already
Peterson's
taking the L,
podcast?
now it's, like, real taking an L. Like, you're done.
You're done.
Right. Are you gonna try to get on Andrew Tate's podcast when he gets out?
You're done. Anyway, I don't know
Andrew
if a lot of
Tate?
people know who Jordan is, but who? Fuck. Bye. I'm sure he would. He's like,
I
I'm
also
quite a
think if
big
they
fan,
can't
yeah. I
cook.
also hate women.
Yeah.
Um, fucking
But,
hate women that can't cook, I'd rather just use them for money on websites and being camgos. Yeah. Is that is that should I not do accent? I don't even know. I'm sorry. I do watch a lot of comedy podcasts and they do accents, but like I don't know if that's like actually appropriate. Anyway, but honestly, fuck Andrew Tate, so I'm allowed to talk to him how I want. Um, but anyway,
yes.
so yeah, Matt definitely needs to do better. And also
Yeah,
so does
well,
his
it'll be
stats
I
in the
mean, I won't be
oncoming
that
years.
interested, but I
So,
guess we'll see what kind of turn his career makes now. But, yeah.
yeah, I'm intrigued to see if he's going to be a co-host on any not a
Right.
co-host, um a
Yeah.
guest on any
They're
other
like,
comedian's
"Ooh,
podcast right now, cuz I bet all the other comedians are
we're
just
not
laying
touching
low. Like
that."
I'm sure Theo
Yeah.
Vaughn has his mullet turned in the other direction. You know what I mean? Ugh, not right now, Rifey.
That is
Um
all we got.
so
That's
yeah.
like we said, it's a
And
light
that's it,
week.
brother. That's all I
It'll
got.
probably be light for the rest of the year, so we'll try to come up with some fun stuff to keep it fresh and exciting. Yeah.
Yep. I'm excited.
Right. There's the
And
whole month of
24
December.
I'm saying that. We still got like 5 episodes left for 2024. Like, see you guys. I'm like, "See you guys next
Yeah,
year." But
right.
no,
Or like next week.
we'll see you
Um,
next week.
but anyways, rate us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple
Yeah.
Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe on YouTube, especially now that we have video. And our socials will be in the episode description. Do better.
As always,
Bye.
do better, and we'll see you guys next Monday.